Hi everyone. So today's our topic is about transport request. In this video I will explain you in detail what is meant by transport request and how many types of transport requests are there. Okay. So the following video will give a brief introduction about transport request. So as a SAP consultant, everyone should have knowledge about transport request. So if you are working in whether it is an implementation project or rollout project or support project or upgrade project, so this transport request concept plays very important role. So let's discuss what is the use of it and what is meant by transport request. See, transport request means it is a vehicle which is used to carry the data from one environment to another environment. So environment means it is nothing but a server. Okay, I'll tell you one small example. See here below example, we need to create one company. So company is created by FI consultant. For example, I am working for a implementation project. So in my implementation project, my project landscape is this one. Okay, I am having four server. First one is development server, quality server, staging and production. So now as per the requirement from the above example, I will be creating company in development server. So once this is created, it is saved in one request, and that request it is moved from development to quality, and from quality to staging, and from staging to production. So no need to create three times. So once you will be creating only one time, and that value you will be saving in one request, and that request you will be moving from one server to another server. Okay, so let's log into SAP and discuss in detail how to create this request. So enter username, password. So as you know, we have two screens. One is SAP Easy Access screen and next one is IMG screen. So now we can create transport request in two ways. First one is through transport organizer. Next one is while doing customizing settings. Now I will show you the first method how to create one transport request. Means by using transport organizer. So the following path for transport organizer is go to tools, customizing, IMG and transport organizer. See, the transaction code for transport organizer is SC10. You can just use the below path for this transport organizer, or just you can enter the transaction code SC10 here directly. So double click on this. Okay, so this is the screen where you will be creating the transport request. Okay, so who is the user creating the transport request? The username is Venkat. Okay, so let's see how many types of transport requests are there. We have two types of transport request. First one is workbench request. See here. So workbench request. Next one is second one, customizing request. Okay, so you will be having customizing request and you will be having workbench request. So now you need to know who will be using workbench request, who will be using customizing request. As a functional consultant, so functional consultant will be using customizing request and technical consultants will be using workbench request. For example, if you see this example, we need to create one company 80,001. Okay, this company is created by FI consultant, right? So FI consultant is a functional consultant. So he need to use customizing request. So whatever the settings which he is doing will be saved under customizing request. If you are technical consultant, then settings will be saved in workbench request. If you are functional consultant, then settings will be saved in customizing request. Customizing request. Okay, I hope you had understand what is the difference between customizing request and workbench request, and who will be using workbench and who will be using customizing. Okay, now here we need to discuss one more thing, that is, as I said you, we have two types of request, and each transport request, so whether it is customizing or workbench, each transport request will have two status. First one is modifiable, second one is release. Okay, so if you are creating any request, by default it will be in modifiable stage. Okay, so I'll show you one small example. I'll create one customizing request here. So I want to create one customizing request, right? So just click on create. Once you click on create, you will get one prompt message. So whether you want to create customizing or workbench. As a functional consultant, I need to create customizing. Workbench will be used by technical consultant. So select here customizing and click on continue. So once you click on continue, it will ask for the short description. So what you are doing? You are creating customizing settings for new company code, right? So give short description as settings for new company or company code, and click on save. Once you click on save, system automatically will generate one number. So this is the TR number. Okay, so if you see here, so what is the request which we had created? Type of request is customizing. Okay, and the status message is modifiable. So inside modifiable you have your TR number. So inside this TR number you have one sub request. Means here you will be having parent and child relationship. So this is the parent request and this is the child request. So whatever the settings which you are doing in IMG will be saved in the child request. So once you release this request, then the settings will be moved from development to quality, quality to staging, staging to production. Go back. Okay, so this is the one way to create the transport request. So what I'll tell you another way to create the transport request. Just go to IMG screen. Okay, go to SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define company. Now click on new entries. So as per our example, the company name which I need to create is 80,001. So give here company 1. Okay, you can give street name, anything you can give. This is only for example, right? Post box number, city Bangalore. Okay, country is IN, language EN, and currency INR. So once you click on save, it will prompt one window. See, so in this window, so what you had done, you had created one request by using transport organizer. Okay, so if you can create request here also. For example, you don't know what is the transaction code, or you don't have any idea how to use the transport organizer. Then what you need to do is, once while saving, you will get this window. So click on create request here. It will ask for the short description. Settings for company 80,001 and click on save. So once you click on save, then system will create one number. So whatever the settings which you are doing will be saved under this number and continue. Okay. So we can create transport request in two ways. One is through transport organizer. Tools, customizing, IMG, SC10. You can create TR through this transaction code. What is the other way to create TR is while doing settings, once you click on the save button, you will get one window. So there you have create option. You can click on that create option and create your own request. You can follow this method, either you can follow that method. Okay. Now I had created one company. Okay, that company is created in development server. Now I want to move that company from development server to quality server. So how to move that? So how to move that is, if you want to move the TR, means for example, see here, okay, now I will go to SC10. So here I will select customizing request and I will select modifiable. Okay, so and click on display. So once you click on display, it will show you all the customizing requests which I had created until now. Okay, just click on display. So this is the request which I had created by using second method, right? Now just I want to cross check whether the company name is saved in this request or not. Okay, see here you have one plus symbol, right? Click on that plus symbol. So this is a subtask, means this is the child request. As I said you before, all the settings will be saved in the child request. It won't be saved in the parent request. Okay, and again click on this plus. See here, we had created company now, so that company settings is saved. If you want to see the parameters, so you can check at the table level. See, this is the table name and this is the company name. You understood now? Now what I want to do is, I want to move this company name. So where I had created this company name, I had created this company name and development server. For some time assume that you are working in development server. Okay, now I want to move this company name from development to quality. So how you can move? I can move through this transport request, right? So if you want to move from development to quality, what you need to do is, you need to release this transport request. Okay, so how to release the transport request? I will tell you, wait. Okay, select this child request. If you want to release any transport request, so what you need to do is, first you need to release child request, then you need to release parent request. Without releasing child request, you can't release parent request. Okay, so select this child request. We have one option, truck symbol, it is release directly. So select here release directly. So once you select this, see the status is changed. So if you find this tick mark, it indicates that this request number subtask is released, means child request is released. Then again place the cursor on the parent request and click release immediately. Okay, so my request number is 618, right? I will go back. So again click on display. See, 618 request is not available here. Why? Because I had released this. So once you released it, from modifiable status, it will go to release status. Okay, and click on display. See here, it is released. Okay, means this request is released from development server. Now you need to send a mail to basis team saying that I had released the particular transport request 618. Please move the data from development to quality. So in coming videos, I will tell you how to view the transport logs and how to merge multiple requests into one request, and how to check import and export transport request. Means for example, you are releasing one request, it may get failed. So how to trace what is the issue? Okay, like this I will be covering in my next video. Thank you.